That's the problem. All right, we good to keep going? Our Continental umbrella that we've tried to salvage this rather drizzly Paris is not working so well.
What's occurring, bud?
What's occurring? How are you, mate?
I'm good. So, this is not Geraint Thomas and this is not Tom Fordyce.
Sadly.
This is George Solomon. Tom was supposed to be here, but unforeseen circumstances ruled him out, and Geraint is a little bit busy. If you can't tell where we are at the base of the Champs Elysees. That's it, just running up. You can't quite see it, but a pretty iconic sporting venue, isn't it?
Yeah, the Arc de Triomphe is just out of shot. The Eiffel Tower you can see just over there behind Luke's shoulder. And yeah, mate, we are here. The weather hasn't come with us, I would say. It's pretty windy. We've had umbrella issues, and a bit of rain just fell on our heads, but we are persevering, mate.
Which, to give a bit of perspective here, the ride's got about 120k to go, so they'll be here in an hour or so. And weather is a big talking point because we got the cobbles, obviously wet. We got the new climb of Monty, whatever it's called. I can't pronounce it properly. Which was used in the Olympics, narrow on cobbles as well. So if rain does fall, GC will also be neutralised, which will be a bit of a shame. But yeah, all will be revealed by the time you'll be watching this yourself.
Yes, so Luke,
yeah, what are we doing?
We are talking here. We're going to wrap up the Tour de France, and we're going to do it in a fun way by naming our top 10 riders of the race.
Okay.
Now, we can have different reasons as to why we may have riders in the top 10, but kick me off with your 10th rider of this year's Tour de France.
We forgot to mention these as well.
I know, how snazzy are these?
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Producer George has been busy.
Look at that, Producer George. 10th, right, Nils Politt.
Yes.
For me, he has been the domestique of the Tour de France.
Yep.
UAE, they lost Joao Almeida relatively early, leaving them with 7 riders. As soon as that happens, as soon as a team loses a rider, everyone has to step up. That work still needs to be done. So them 7 or 6 effectively, because Poggy's not going to do it, have to chip in, contribute. And we've seen the flying dentist for many a kilometre on the front of the peloton. But for me, it's the way he's been climbing.
Yeah.
Mate, he's 78, 80 kilos, this boy. And he's been climbing in groups of as small as 30, 40.
Heavier than you, right? Heavier than you at your ultimate race weight.
Yeah, I mean, coming to the Tour, I was 72, 73 kilos. 85 now, sadly, but putting a little bit of timber, feel better for it.
You pulled out a few climbing performances over the years.
Yeah, I did. Sometimes I could climb in smaller groups than I should, maybe. Sometimes I could get down to a group of 50, 60 at best.
Yeah.
But this guy's, outdone what I ever did in terms of climbing performance. So I think best domestique in UAE and of the whole Tour de France.
Yeah, we had a chat, didn't we, before we started to quickly think about our names, and of those 2 top dog teams, UAE and Visma, he has seemed to have been the standout domestique, really, I think.
Yeah, I mean, like, you compare 2 names, Nils Politt and Wout van Aert. One is huge name of the sport, and one is a domestique. It's a great rider, finished on the podium in Paris-Roubaix. Great rider in his own right, but Nils is easily outperformed Wout van Aert in that role as domestique. So for me, he's got to be in there.
There we go, top 10, number 10, the flying dentist himself, Nils Politt. I guess a lot of traction on YouTube that does. People saying, "What? Who's the flying dentist?" Now you know.
Nils Politt. Tour de France, you'll see a big German fella on the front of the peloton like this,
with the shiniest teeth you've got. Yeah. All right, number 9. Luke.
Number 9. Are we doing these in order? Just chuck them out there.
We are kind of doing it in a little bit in order, yeah. Yeah, because we're going to have, I think we probably know who number 1 is. And number 9, I can remember in my head, Jonas Abrahamsen.
Yes.
Of Uno X.
Yeah, we did see him, didn't we? I think, first of all, he got a stage win. Was it stage 11, I think? He won. He literally rode them off his wheel.
Yeah.
But not only that, he's animated the race. Rain drops.
The rain is coming.
He animated the race. He was one guy who was reliably attack almost every day that he could. When the terrain suited, he would attack.
Yep.
Let's not forget as well, Uno X are not a World Tour team. They're a Pro Conti team.
Yeah.
So a win is even more special given. And what effect that has when we say the difference in teams. The biggest one is budget, right? So
yeah.
Just pulling figures out my top of my head here, they might be on 15 million, that team.
Yeah.
UAE is maybe on 70.
Yeah.
So for them to go out there and win a stage, chapeau to them. They performed well in the GC as well. They finished 6th in GC, I think it was.
Oh wow, yeah. With
Johannesson, 6th
Johannesson,
in GC.
yeah.
So incredible tour for them.
Yeah. We know a few people there know. Quite a lot of the old Ineos staff have gone across to UnoX, and they speak very highly of that team.
Well, they've taken Kurt Larson has just come back, but they had him.
Yeah.
They had Gabriel Rask. But they've also taken other staff as well. They've taken Rory, the doctor. They've taken Mickey, the physio. They've got a nutritionist.
Yeah.
I think is there.
Shout out to James Moran as well, nutritionist.
James Moran. Yeah.
So it's a little bit like the British takeover over there, and they've had an unbelievable tour. We also had Abrahamsen on the GTCC last year, and for those who don't know, he was trying to be a climber. He was like 60 kilograms, and then went through delayed puberty, having put weight on at 26. And he's now 80.
Through puberty at 26.
26, mate. Genuinely true.
He didn't have pubes when he was 25.
Nope.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
It is, but it just shows what some cyclists do to themselves by trying to be a weight that isn't natural.
He probably matured more at 25. I bet when he was 25, he's had pubes.
But yeah, he talks about it quite openly, and it's pretty incredible. And now he's 80 kg, completely changed his rider profile.
And let's not forget, this guy crashed in...
Tour of Belgium.
Which was a month before, less than a month before the start of the Tour de France.
Yeah.
Broke his collarbone. The next day he was on the turbo. So that's another reason, just a big chapeau to him really, to have the mental focus to come back, be on the turbo the next day with a broken collarbone, come back, win a stage. Tip the hat to you, sir.
Top man. Yep. Right, here we go. Number 8 is one of the fast men of the Tour. And we believe, we haven't checked this, but we believe every time he was at the front of a sprint day, he won. So that is Tim Merlier.
Yeah. You can forget he won 2 stages of the race.
Yeah.
He wasn't in that green jersey competition. He fell away in that, but he did win 2 stages, 2 of Quickstep's 4 stages. But we should have double checked. But from my understanding, if he was in contention, he won.
Yeah, because I did check that, and I'm pretty sure that's correct. So
he
obviously
punctured out one of the earlier ones, didn't he?
Yeah, and I think he may have got dropped on another day earlier in the stage.
And then there was the crosswind one early on. He got distance, so he wasn't in the front group. There was the one a few days ago in the rain where there was the crash. He was behind the crash. So if he was in contention to sprint, he won.
Yeah, and that's very impressive at this race.
We spoke to him yesterday on the commentary saying, how do you fancy your chances tomorrow? And he was like, mate, no chance. I am. He dropped the F-bomb, actually. I think this one live on air. I am.
Oh, so, wow, okay.
He doesn't think he can get around today. I mean, he just crossed the finish line of a stage. He was like this, and he's saying, what about tomorrow, mate? And he's going, give me a break. So...
Well, again, we will see. When you're watching this, you'll know who won. So, we will see.
He might have bluffed us.
Right, Tim Merlier, number 8. Number 7 is another fast man, Mr. Jonathan Milan, the Italian stallion, as you call him.
Yeah, the Italian stallion. Big Johnny, again, 2 stages. They were the 2 most successful sprinters of the Tour de France, both winning 2 stages. And of course, green jersey. And whilst they both won 2, going for that green jersey competition. And I spoke to Sam Bennett a lot about this and how much it takes out of you. You can't relax as much, even a day where there's not a sprint at the end of it. You're looking where the intermediate is. You're putting your team to work. We've seen the last 2 mountain stages. They rode from kilometre 0 to ensure them, them early bonus sprints were mopped up by Milan. Poggy pushed him all the way for the.
Yeah, he did. He nearly got it here.
Yeah,
but also you'll know this. Like, not only is the team riding for those intermediate sprints, but there was a day in the big high mountains where they rode so hard to get him in the time limit.
Yeah.
And that's something that you don't really see on TV that often, but also for him, massive guy, to get himself over those mountains and to get to Paris itself is a remarkable achievement.
Yeah, I'd say he's probably one of the heaviest blokes in the bike race. I'd say some of them UnoX stallions might challenge him. There's some big units in that squad, but
especially Abrahamsen
unit. But yeah, big boy to get over their mountains, and they get him within the time cut. That's a whole team effort.
Yeah.
You had loyal riders staying with him. They'll ride solid tempo in the climbs. They will absolutely send the descents.
Yeah.
Nobody sees that.
Quicker than the front of the race.
They'll take time on the descents, and then in the valley, ideally what you want is a few sprinters team to come together in the valley, and you've got a chain gang, rolling through 20, 30, 40 guys, and I've been part of many of them.
Yeah,
and in the valley, again, you can take time back. And if you get a group, a nice valley, nice road, and you get 40 guys, 40 World Tour pros chopping off, it is so fast, and you take back time. And that is a team effort. Also from the staff, making sure you're missing these not missing the time cuts. So Johnny Bravo, yeah. Yeah,
Jonathan Manal, number 7. Number 6 is maybe a bit of a breakout star of the Tour to some extent. Jhonatan Narvaez, your old teammate.
Jhonatan Narvaez, now, I think he deserves to be in the top 10, but I don't think he deserves to be 6th.
Okay.
I might.
So we swap Milan?
I would put him 10th.
Okay.
And maybe shuffle the rest up a bit, because...
Sorry, Johnny, if you're watching.
Yeah, well, you still made top 10. It's not bad. The reason being because I think Nils Politt's been the best teammate, the best domestique in the race, and that's exactly what Johnny was. So we can't say...
Yeah, okay.
We can't say Nils Politt, you're the best domestique in the race, but put him below Johnny. So, look, Johnny's been incredible. I think we said before they lost Joao Almeida relatively early on in the race. Yeah. Everyone has to step up, and Johnny did.
It probably changed his role, right? Like he was third maybe man in the mountains for Poggy.
Yeah.
And he was climbing like he never has in his career.
Exactly that, mate. Like he never has. I was teammates with him for a number of years. I've never seen him climb that well.
Yeah.
At times, there was 10 blokes left, and Johnny was still there. He's obviously stepped up since he's gone there. He won Down Under at the start of the year.
Yeah.
He's had a very successful year, national champion. But just as one of them last guys in the mountains, on paper, he's a mid-mountains guy. So he can help a little bit on the flat. He can pass the medium mountains. When there's 20, 30 blokes left, it's good night, Irene. But he was there till the bitter death many a time. He launched the attack, launched Poggy on the Hotekam, which is the stage that Poggy took the most time. That was
one of the standout moments of the Tour for me.
That was a suppressor attack, mate.
Yeah, and if you watch the overhead, they actually both drop Vingegaard together just as Johnny pulls off.
Yeah.
It's job done.
Yeah.
That was remarkable, no?
Mate, it looked like an attack, like we said, a suppressor or a Poggio attack. Like you're attacking and the climb's 2-3k long, and I think it was 12k to go at that point. So Johnny has been solid the whole Tour.
Also, he's going to finish 13th overall, I believe, which says a lot, doesn't it?
Mad, yeah. Chapeau, Johnny.
All right, so we go to number 5, which I've picked out as Mr. Thymen Arensman.
2 stage wins. Yeah. Another one of these who picked up 2 stage wins.
Two quite iconic stage wins as well.
He won the Queen stage, mate.
Yeah.
The Queen stage. And then his second win was not out of a breakaway. It was man-o-man. Yes, he was in a position where it was all the GC guys and he could slip at the road. But...
he did it well, though, no?
Mate, he did it fantastically well.
Yeah.
And at a time where the team needed it, I would say more than ever. I think... we can be a little bit critical of Ineos in terms of the cycling public and the cycling world. Despite leaving the team, I got a great deal of respect for them and what they do, but let's call a spade here, mate. They're a team who's struggling.
Yeah. And I think what's interesting about that is it can put pressure on the riders in a way that is not helpful. And at the end of the day, Thymen Arensman has just gone out there and won 2 Tour de France stages for the first time in his career.
Yeah.
But he's doing that with the weight of this team that's failing on his back a little bit.
Yeah.
And it adds way more pressure, I think. So to perform like that, having done the Giro and having had a kind of tricky time of the team, like you spoke about the other day, it's not always been plain sailing for Thymen. So to do that, to win 2 stages and save Ineos' Tour, I think is, very impressive. Well worthy of that top 5.
Exactly, mate. And will the riders be getting pressure from the team? I don't think so. They're not the type of organisation who will say, come on, you've got to win, come on.
Yeah.
But the riders aren't stupid.
Yeah.
They can see the results sheets. How many years were we parked just down there?
Yeah.
At the end of the Tour de France, partying, singing in that bus, and it just became like year on year, part of a process, part of a procedure. And, this was our race, man. It was
like for anyone watching, I used to work for the team as well with Luke, and it was like we would never stop winning the Tour.
No, we thought we were invincible.
And now they very much have.
Yeah. And do you know what? Coming here is strange for me because we walked in this morning, we rode Lime bikes, then we walked around, and we walked down the Champs Elysees. And it is like, wow, it just hits you the size of the event and you never see it as a rider. Yeah. It's strange, but actually quite nice coming here.
Yeah.
And being on the other side of the fence like we are today, and you just see the amount of, I was down there 5 hours ago. Yeah. And there was people reserving their place on the barrier.
Yeah, the scale is just
I walked through all the media.
Isn't it?
Trucks after trucks after trucks, like the enormity of it, all these pop-ups. It's, and we came here and this was our race and we won it year on year, and they're not doing that anymore. I've obviously left the team. They're not doing that anymore. And if Thymen didn't win them 2 stages, if they come here, they lost Ghana early on.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to forget that, but that was a huge blow, and he was favourite for that TT that Remco... Did Remco... No. Who won that first flat TT? Remco. Yeah. That's easy to forget that, but yeah, without those 2 wins from Thymen, it would have been possibly the worst tour in their history.
There was 2 time trials. Remco only won 1 stage.
Yeah, and Poggy won the second TT, the uphill one.
Yeah.
Knowledge. If Remco didn't win that, we're going to look like absolute clowns, but we think he did, right?
Remco won it.
Yeah.
Because they got 4 stage wins. 2 Merlier, Parapant, Waistband, and Remco got the time trial,
All right, Thymen, Chapo. Okay, number 4. I think we're going to go with Florian Lipowitz.
Yeah, Lipowitz has been incredible. No way would you have expected him to outperform. Hey, there's my team, look.
Hey, the Gaffers
rolling in. All right,
the Frenchy boys.
Ça va. He outperformed Roglic. That was a big surprise. He led the team, 3rd on the podium, white jersey. He's just been impressive, mate. He stepped up. I mean, anyone how old is he? 20?
Yeah, I'm not sure how old he is, but he's early 20s.
Well, he's in the white jersey, so he's young. Might be 22, 23. He defended that white jersey to the bitter end against Oscar Onley, who we might get onto shortly. But 3rd on the podium. I think a diesel type GC guy.
Yeah.
He rides it a bit different to the other guys. You see the explosivity of the 2 big dogs who finished 1st and 2nd in the Tour. He would often, as he accelerated, he would just let them go and come back. He would settle into his own rhythm. It was a perfect Tour. He made a mistake one day. That was stage 19 or 18, where he got distance and then he caught them and then he went straight up the road. Mm-hmm. Spent a lot of time on his own that day. Mistake one day, I would say.
Yeah.
But that's being highly critical. Great Tour de France, executed it well, day by day. He's finished 7th in the Vuelta before, so we knew he could handle that 3rd week, wouldn't explode, wouldn't blow up.
But it's his first tour.
First tour.
Third on your first tour, and I think it's kind of gone under the radar a little bit.
And Red Bull needed that, mate.
Yes.
We say how desperate Ineos was.
Yeah.
Mate, Red Bull. So let's not forget, they've got a new sponsor.
Yeah.
They've got an additional whatever money comes with that, 10 million, whatever, I don't know. They went to the Classics. They signed big for the Classics. They signed the Van Dijk brothers. They signed Jan Tratnik. They signed Pitti. They signed Oya Lescano.
Oof.
80
kg.
You look at that
as
a Classic squad and you go, right, they mean business. And they didn't do shit. They had a poor Classics.
Yeah.
Then they went to the Giro. Roglic crashed out. Got nothing from the Giro.
Yeah.
They're one of the biggest teams in the world. I think they're the 2nd biggest budget.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're the 2nd biggest budget, and they had a poor Classics, poor Giro. They needed this from the Tour.
Yeah.
And that's why it would have been a big mess if Roglic went in that break on that last day, left Lipowitz on his own, and he didn't lost that podium. But he didn't.
Yeah.
Roglic rode with balls.
Yeah.
Credit where it's due.
Yeah, interesting ride that. Hard to kind of read what was going on. But anyway.
Lipowitz.
The
team, and when the team needs it, it does add that additional pressure, like we were saying with Ineos, and he delivered. And German team.
Yes. Yeah. They will be very happy about that. Right. 3rd, Mr. Ben Healy. To be honest, Lipowitz should probably be 3rd. Probably should have put Healy 4th. However, wore the yellow jersey.
I don't mind. Yeah.
Won a stage.
Yeah, no, I'm happy
came
with
within millimetres of another one, and he's just brilliant, isn't he?
Yeah.
He just attacks. He races with such aggression. He's lit the race up a little bit for me, and he has had a real unbelievable breakthrough race.
It's exactly it, mate. He lit the race up. He really did. He was one of them, like we said with Abrahamsen. It's a guaranteed guy to be on the attack and moving, and it was him.
Yeah.
We did an interview with him this morning.
Oh yeah.
What about today, Ben? I want to go on the attack.
Oh, nice.
Bam.
He's going to be off the front.
He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Obviously got that stage win. He wore the yellow jersey, albeit not for long. A minute in the yellow jersey is something I could never imagine how special it is. But then he was never going to ride GC, and then he said, points mean prizes, top 10 in the Tour. He just continued with that, had the support of the team. Harry Sweeney, again, guys who have stepped up.
Yeah.
Sween Dog, he's been incredible.
He's had an incredible tour.
Incredible tour. I was willing him on yesterday when he went long range, bit too far out, but we're not talking about Harry. And yeah, Ben is just one of them who's just always been on the front foot, and I love his style of racing, never say die attitude, and big credit to him.
All right, second we have the Brit himself, Mr. Oscar Onley.
Mate, fucking legend.
Yeah,
legend. He's 22. Neo pro years. We're in the COVID era. Difficult time to turn pro. Went through that. He's had a breakthrough year. I think.
Yeah.
Was it him who won Wollonga stage?
Yes.
I think it was him.
Yeah.
I often get him and Max Poole mixed up because there's two young Brits.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Performing really well there.
I've said that so confidently, it might not be, but anyway, he has definitely had a very good year.
Say it confident enough, they'll believe you.
Yes.
Yeah, he won that stage. And he's just fourth in the Tour, man.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. You know, as a Brit, like, he doesn't get that many headlines in the UK. He's not riding for a massive name team, but to come here and do what he's done, very similar to Lipowitz, really, under the radar. Man, like, incredible. And what do you think is next for him? Is there a long-term path for him at that team, or do you think you might even see Ineos perhaps try and go and get him?
Well, there's another British guy, wasn't it, who his first shot at the Tour de France, finished fourth, Brad Wiggins, and went back and won it. So why can't Oscar? I think, and what's next, team-wise, I hope one of the big teams don't, throw a crazy contract at him, hoover him up, go there, go to UAE or Jumbo where there's multiple GC guys, and it's like you're either in the support or you might go to the G. Like, he deserves to be going to the Tour de France as sole leader of a team.
Yep.
And let's not forget, mate, he didn't have a team around him, really. He had a couple of guys.
No.
I thought Frank Vandenbroek was brilliant around him, but, there was a team, it was kind of split, right? They went after him, and then they put some focus on Tobias Lund Andersen and Pavel Bittner. But these guys, Oscar Onley didn't get a lot of support from his team. And that's not knocking them. It's horses for courses, mate. They got a lead out. They had a good lead out train there.
Yeah.
So I hope he stays there. Yeah, why not stay there? They've won the Giro in that team with Tom Dumoulin. They've had Bardet there. They know how to look after a GC guy. So I hope he doesn't get mopped up by one of the big teams and kind of put in a pigeonhole in another team. So come to Decathlon AG2R, mate.
Yeah, Oscar, a hell of a tour. Right, number one. I wonder who we're going to go for here. The man who's won his fourth tour. That snuck up on us, isn't it? 4 Tour de France's. Some more stage wins. He's now won 21, I think. Pog. Mate, just an animal.
Star of the show, mate. I thought he would take a few more stage wins towards the back end. It seemed like he was a bit cooked, or he was just starting to be generous. That's not criticism. That's not, he's still incredible.
It's weird with him. Like, people talk about him like, he can't be tired. He's probably playing games, but it's like he's not he is a bit of an alien, but he's not a complete alien. There is fatigue. He's not always going to be so attacking, and it's not possible.
You can't, mate. And actually, it's quite nice that to see that that he didn't just go after every single stage. And I think if he could, he would.
Yeah.
I think he has got that record in the back of his mind. But yeah, he never faltered. He lost time to Jonas Vingegaard once.
Yeah.
And that was stage 19, I think it was. Yeah, Arendsman's second victory, where...
No, he didn't.
Because Vingegaard was second on the stage and Pog was third. So he lost 2 seconds.
Yeah.
He lost 2 seconds that day. with a time bonus. It's the only time in 21 days, well, 20, we'll see what happens today, in 20 days that Vingegaard ever took a second from him. So he just looked unshakable. He'd never put a foot wrong. The early days, there was crosswinds. It was quite chaotic. He was always in the right place at the right time.
Just cruise through, didn't he?
Mate, it just looked like procession-y. And what goats do in any sport is they're not just good, they're consistently good.
Yeah.
You look at the best person in any sport, and time after time, they just back it up, back it up, back it up. They don't make mistakes. I mean, Lance Armstrong, people will say what they want. I've also got my own opinion. We're not going into that. He didn't puncture in the Tour de France. He won 7 Tour de France's without puncturing.
That's incredible, isn't it?
When you're good, when you're great, things fall into place. You do the right things. You put yourself in the right position, and good things happen. And Poggy's just gone through day to day, nailed it. But I do think he's fucked.
Yeah. Well, it seems like he's not going to do the Vuelta, eh? So he'll have a nice rest up now, and that'll be that. And I'm sure he'll be back next year for number 5.
Do you know what, mate? I think they'd be mad to send him to the Vuelta.
Yeah.
And the reason being, you look at him now, he looks fatigued, right? And they could send probably 4 other riders to that race, the Vuelta, and still win it.
Yeah.
They could still beat Vingegaard.
Yeah.
So what that does is, I think it lengthens Poggy's, might sound crazy, career. He did 2 Grand Tours last year.
Yeah.
He's done the Tour, prepared full gas. He's done the classics this year, mate.
Yeah.
Just call it. You can go and do Canada, go to the Worlds, win Canada, win the Worlds. It's perfect for him. But if they send him there, I honestly think you'll lengthen his career by not sending him. Yeah. And also, if you send one of your other GC guys,
keeps them happy, no?
They win, they're happy.
Yeah.
You come to this team, oh, sorry, you're going to another Grand Tour to work for Poggy. At a certain point, these guys are going to get pissed off. Use the opportunity to keep them happy.
Yeah.
They can send Ayuso, they can send Almeida, whoever they want. So yeah,
there we go. Eh?
But it's actually quite nice to see him fucked in the nice way.
I know it reminds you that he is human. Yeah, and it does show a different side of him. But there we go, Poggy. Thank you again for being a nuts bike rider, and Luke. There we go. Top 10. Job done.
That's it.
Let's go and enjoy Paris.
Cheers, bud.
Cheers, bud.